What is up, people on the internet? JQ Lego Productions back with another video. In today's video, I'm doing my custom Lego minifigure showcase video on my Captain America's Civil War figures, part 1. And when I say part 1, I mean I'm doing 2 separate showcase videos, one for Team Cap, which is the one you're watching right now, and one for Team Iron Man, which will be in the link in the description below once I make the video and actually upload it. See, I wanted to make 2 different videos because I didn't think I was going to finish on time, and I'm still working on 2 figures for Team Iron Man, so I finished Team Cap first, and yeah, here we are now. And here's Iron Man. Yeah, so these figures were fully painted by me, not entirety, but they were painted. So here's Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Falcon, AntMan, Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started with this showcase video. And like I say with every showcase video I make, I can't cut, so I just take off the figures on screen. Unfortunately, I know you guys probably get bugged by that, but whatever. It's just how it is. Anyway, starting off with Captain America. Captain America is definitely it turned out way better than I thought it would, mainly because I actually used a flash cowl on it. And for the flash cowl, I took off the lightning bolt, sanded it, and made it look the way it does right now. And, yeah, so I painted on the A, you can see right there. I also used a different shade of blue to kind of give it more detail on the side of the cowls, on there and there. Also, you can't really see it, but on the back there is some black detail, and on the top of the cowl you can see a little more black detail. But I don't know if the camera's capturing all the detail. And yeah, you can see I also have like the silver wings on, not really wings, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and you'll also notice the face was painted by me. It looks really weird without the flash cowl on, and there's the red underneath. And yeah, so it looks a little weird, but yeah, that's just how it is. I mean, without the cowl, I mean. Also, here's the shield I made. It's not fully painted. I just took a standard Lego Captain America shield and weathered it a lot with paint, and made it look like it had a lot of battle damage to it. And I think it really did look awesome. So if I take that off. Here's the torso. The torso was not entirely painted. I just took a standard Lego Captain America torso that came in the Age of Ultron and Civil War sets and painted over some red detail, also painted with blue, painted over the straps, and made it look like how it does right now. I can't think of the words, but yeah. Here's the arms. They're fully painted, and I did paint on the fingers. I'm kind of regretting it, though, because on this hand, since I had the shield in his hand, the paint kind of scratched off, but I'll repaint that later, so that way it doesn't bug me that much. See, it looks kind of weird, but anyways, I did paint on the fingers, I painted on the arms, painted on the Avengers symbol right there, I painted all the red highlights you see, I painted the back, or not entirely, of the torso, and the legs. You'll notice all the detail right there. I painted some red highlights there, and also on the back of the legs, and I also painted some black boots. So yeah, that's basically it for Captain America. Let me just grab them. Alright, here we have the Winter Soldier. Now, I wanted to take somewhat of a different approach that other people have taken with the Winter Soldier when they made their customs. And that one thing is, a lot of people have been using the Poe Dameron head. And I was like, yeah, but, I mean, whenever I think of Poe Dameron, I think of Oscar Isaac, and so that's why I didn't use it for my Winter Soldier figure. I do have the head, and I used it, for a while, and I was like, oh, that looks so good, but then I was like, no, I'm just gonna paint myself, and I did take some inspiration from that head onto this figure, and, yeah, so it looks almost like the Poe Dameron head. I do not have it at the moment to do a comparison, so, yeah. And I think I painted the entire thing, and I think it turned out really cool. His hair is a Dastan hair piece that was introduced in the Prince of Persia sets, and has been going released in every single Lego set with characters who need this hair ever since. And you'll notice the arm is chrome, and I painted all the black lines to represent all the lines on his arm. Painted the star you see there. Painted his fingers on. And the torso is not painted, is the Lego Group's torso. I painted it on his right arm. I also painted on his fingers like Captain America. I also painted on the legs with all like the pockets, the knee pads, the boots, and yeah. So with the Winter Soldier is a very simple figure because I didn't really do much to it, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the Winter Soldier. Alright, here we have Falcon. Falcon He was not a difficult figure to paint, but like, finding reference pictures was a little difficult, I'll admit. And, yeah, so you'll notice everything here is painted. And you're probably wondering, what did I use for the wings? The wings were Batman 2012 wings. You probably know what I'm talking about. I just cut off the top bits and the bottom bits to make it look like Falcon's wings. And, yeah, I think they really do, look pretty accurate to Falcon's wings in the movie. And as you notice, I used a there we go, 1x2 flat tile, for the back jetpack. And, yeah, so I think it looks a lot better with that detail on. And there's nothing on the back of the torso, so if I take it off, it's just completely dark gray. And, yeah, so I decided not to do that because I'm going to have the wings on at all times, so, yeah. Now, the head was fully painted by me. I painted on the goggles. I also painted a white line right there to represent like a shine. I also painted a gold detail in the middle of the goggles for accuracy. I didn't give him a hairpiece because I didn't think it was necessary. I also painted his mouth, his, like, beard thing. Not really beard, but facial hair. I painted the torso, which looks really awesome. I also painted the arms. I would have made three-dimensional shoulder pads, but I decided not to. Painted on his kneecaps, his legs, side of the legs. You can kind of see it if I move his arms up. There we go. And here's the back of the legs. If I move his legs. There we go. So yeah, you'll also notice there's a lot of gunmetal on this figure, which I didn't notice until I looked at it a little closer. So yeah, and also I gave him mini Uzis. I don't know if he'll still have these Uzis in the movie, but he did in Ant-Man, kind of a spoiler, from Ant-Man. But, so yeah, that's why I decided to use it. And also, I also painted on his gauntlets and his hands. You can see I painted on his fingers and the red detail you see on his gloves. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Falcon. Alright, here we have AntMan, my favorite figure I made out of all the figures in Team Cap. This is my favorite figure, mainly because of the paint job. I really think it turned out really awesome, and I'm just super proud, thinking, wow, I actually painted this to myself, and holy crap, like, I just can't believe I actually painted this, honestly. So yeah, anyways, starting with the helmet, it's a standard Lego Ant-Man helmet. However, if I grab my Ant-Man figure that I made, you'll see that I did sand the antennas on the sides, and yeah, so that way it looks a little more accurate to the Ant-Man's helmet in the movie. So yeah, also what I did from the original Ant-Man, official Lego Ant-Man helmet, I filled in the gap in the mouth area, so that way it looks a little more accurate. Drop it again. Also, I also painted all the detail you see there around the eyes. With the lens, I did the same thing with Falcon's eyes, because I think it looks a little better, rather than painting one line down the middle, like I did with my previous figure. So, yeah. That's what I did for that. Also, the top bit is gunmetal, because that's accurate. Also, the back's painted of the helmet. You can see right there. And, yeah, starting with the torso, again, or not really starting. Here's the torso. You can see I painted all the red, you see there, the gray. You can see I painted the belt there. Painted a lot of silver tubing. I painted the arms. I also painted on the hands, because why not? I also painted the back. There's, like, his backpack. Not really a backpack, but you know what I mean. You probably know what it is. I do not know what it is, so if you do know what it is, let me know in the comments. I also painted the back of his belt right there. And, yeah. And I also painted the legs. If I move his arm up, you can see there. I also painted the inside of his leg, so if I just do that, you can see there. I painted the inside of the legs and continued the red detailing all around. And I really think Ant-Man turned out to be my favorite figure out of the Captain America figures. And yeah, so that's basically it for Ant-Man. Also, I painted his feet. Alright, here we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye, holy crap. He was probably the most difficult figure for me to make, because reference pictures, like, I was basing off the original figure I made for Hawkeye off Hot Toys figures, and then I saw the actual images of Jeremy Renner in his suit, and he looks a lot different, so I had to restart the figure. So I took elements from both the Hot Toys figure and the actor Jeremy Renner's suit he wears in the movie. I combined elements from both. I painted a buckle right there. That was not on the Hot Toys version, so I decided to paint that on instead of, like, I don't know what was there originally. But anyways, you can see on the quiver, I had to, kind of about the camera, I had to cut off the official LEGO Group's quiver and put it on a modified neck brace. Oh, about the camera again. Okay. What I did, I sanded off the stud and the top bit of the neck brace to attach the quiver, because Jeremy Renner is left-handed in the movie. I don't know if he's left-handed in real life, but I'm assuming he is. So yeah, and here's his bow. It's a longbow, Brickforge longbow, blah, words. It's a Brickforge longbow, which I put a thread through, and yeah, I think it really turned out awesome. I also painted it on his hand right there. I also painted it on the other hand right there. Same thing as Age of Ultron. Yeah, you'll also notice his torso. I have the straps that connects all around, make it look like it connects to his quiver. So yeah, I also painted on the purple and blue detail. You can see I also painted on buckles on his legs, painted on his boots, painted on buckles on his arm, and yeah, it's a lot of detail. And the face was a original LEGO Avengers Age of Ultron Hawkeye face, and so was the hairpiece. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Hawkeye. On to the last figure. Here's Scarlet Witch. Holy crap, I'm almost out of breath, because I've been doing this for like 11 minutes. Oh crap. Anyways, so here's Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch was a difficult figure to make for me personally, because I had to get her face right, and I had to decide what facial expression I'd use. So I decided to go with a more aggressive facial expression because, like, you know, Civil War, you're fighting against other heroes. You have to be kind of aggressive. Get it? Anyway, so she does have red discs, which I'm going to remove for the moment. Excuse me. So, basically, I painted her face, and her face really did turn out awesome, and I'm really happy how that turned out. I painted on, I gave her the hairpiece she was given in the LEGO set, the airport battle, superhero airport battle or something like that, and so I gave her that. I also, actually, I'm going to remove the head real quick, so I can show you the rest of the detail. There we go. I removed the head because if I removed the hairpiece, then I would have scraped off some paint, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, so here's the torso. You'll notice I gave her a three-dimensional trench coat, and it was originally an index card, so I didn't paint the inside, obviously. So, yeah, that's cool. I decided to add that. And also, the arms are painted. You can see I painted dark red on the top bit and black on the bottom bit. I also painted her wrists black, which is kind of coming off, unfortunately. I painted in her knees. I painted the bright red elements you see on her torso. You'll also notice the torso is a sanded torso. I sanded the sides, that way I can make it look a little more feminine. And, yeah. I also painted the back of the trench coat. There's nothing on the back of the torso, so, yeah. She looks really cool, and I'm really happy with how she turned out. And now let's conclude this showcase video. Actually, I'm going to remove that. Alright, there we go. And let's position this right there, sort of. There we go, good enough. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to click like, subscribe, comment, favorite, share. What do you think of these figures? Because I really do value your opinion. I hope you guys like these figures as much as I do. I worked super hard on them extra early, so that way time wouldn't creep up on me like it did a lot of customizers. I've been hearing from a lot of them that they're like really rushing to finish their figures, and I'm so glad I am not in that position. So yeah, I really did work hard on these figures, especially AntMan. AntMan just turned out to be the best figure in my opinion. If I were to list off my favorite to least favorite, I'd list off AntMan, Captain America, AntMan, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Captain America, Hawkeye, and the Winter Soldier. In terms of, not in terms of character, in terms of, what's the word, how much I painted on, because AntMan's completely custom, so is Scarlet Witch, and so is Falcon. I have some LEGO group parts on Hawkeye, the Winter Soldier, and Captain America, so that's why. Anyways, so make sure to follow me on my Instagram and Flickr, links below. Also, the link to the Iron Man video, Team Iron Man video for Captain America Civil War will also be in the link below, in the description, once I make it. So, yeah, expect that to come out on Saturday, maybe on Friday, I'm hoping, but I might not have time because, you know, school and stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, share. What do you think? I think I already said that, but yeah. Captain America Civil War, man. Super excited for this film. I had to make figures for it, because there's no way I couldn't do that, because it's going to be definitely the best Marvel installment to the MCU, in my opinion, at least. So yeah. Let me know who your favorite character and whose side you're on in the comments below. Personally, I never said this at all, whether whose side I'm on Team Cap. So yeah, see you guys in Team Iron Man Showcase video, in the Team Iron Man Showcase video. Alright,